Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with EXO, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game between, obviously, they spoiled everything, I can't even get this out and they already start chatting and mess it up for me, but it's going to be MadFrog spawning as the red Zerg at the 7 o'clock position and Tarson spawning as the blue Terran at the 2 o'clock position. Now both these guys I've cast quite a few games of, and if you want to check them out, I mean, there's a ton of games in my channel from both these players, so I invite you to go do that. They are usually, especially for MadFrog, I remember, they're quite epic games. And from Tarson as well, I mean, I don't really cast crap games, so to speak. And so you're welcome to go ahead and check them out. Anyway, it's going to be a match on Blistering Sands, and I'd like to say a few things about these players. Obviously, they're both pretty high-rated players in the ladder. I think they're around 2600 diamond or so. So obviously, really great players. And as for Tarson, I'd like to say that I really like his PvZ, and obviously in this case it's going to be PvZ, but I have never seen, or actually can't really say I've never seen, but such few players do what he does in TvZ, like against Banelings especially. I mean, he really knows how to play against Muda, Ling, Baneling, and stuff like that. He really knows how to move his troops, beautiful unit control, and generally just amazing how his Marines never end up dying to Banelings. I mean, that's really what I've noticed from Tarson in many games. It's really frustrating to play against Tarson as Zerg and just throw in so many Banelings and actually see that those Marines are still alive. Either he blocks them with Marauders, or he gets some attack move shots on the Banelings and moves back and attacks some more and so forth, and Banelings end up dying without killing anything. So here we have this drone trying to harass the SCV here, slow down the barracks, but seems like the barracks is going to be completed on time. As for MadFrog, we have a pool before hatchery, so MadFrog being a little bit careful over here, trying to open up his tech route first before getting this expansion. And there we go. It's actually not such a big deal to get your pool before your hatchery, but the thing is, your larva production is going to be a little bit slower, but you can circumvent that by getting a queen a little bit faster, because if you get the pool before the hatchery, then you can get the queen a little bit faster. But he seems like he's not getting one yet, but getting the gas. Now we have a queen coming out, and for Tarson we have, well, double gas, so could even be a Banshee build, I'm not exactly sure, let's see. Or he might just go for some mech. We already have the factory on the way, which means either a starport is gonna pop down after this, or look at this overlord over there. This is one of those scouting overlords that probably MadFrog is gonna sacrifice in later on to see what tech buildings Tarson has. Now this hatchery is almost completed, and this SCV getting warded off by the Zerglings. The queen is out already as well. Now on Blistering Sands, it's a really good map for Zerg, and it's quite advantageous to be Zerg because of these rocks. So when you are a Terran player, for instance, you're walling off your entrance, but then again, if the Zerg takes down the rocks at the back, then this wall is like, it amounts to nothing. Now I'm surprised to see that Tarson hasn't put a supply depot or any units over here to scout if these rocks are going down, because we've seen in many games that Zerg can just send like 6-8 lings in the start and start poking away at the rocks from the early game, and they will eventually go down, and then the Terran base is really exposed to attacks. But see that MadFrog isn't doing this. Here we have the Marine making his way towards the rocks. He's probably going to be stationed here. Yep, there we go. But for instance, until now, MadFrog could have gotten these rocks down to like 50%, if not more, if he sent those Zerglings, like 6-8 Zerglings from the start when his pool was finished. We've seen TLO do that in some games. I think it was some games in MLG, I'm not sure. And this Overlord, I don't think it's gonna get taken out. It's gonna be real close, I think, but won't end up dying. There we go. And it's good map awareness from Tarson, trying to ward away any Overlords that might want to get some scouting information in. And indeed, we have 2 Banshees on the way. So these 2 starports, like I said, double gas. That's obviously a sign of Banshees coming. And thing is, there's no cloak on the way, but what I like to do when I play Zerg and I scout around with this drone in a Terran's base, I almost always end up stealing the Terran's gas because it nullifies this. It really does. It slows down the double Banshee strategy a lot, and still no cloak on the way, so he's probably gonna get 2 more. Indeed, 2 more Banshees, so he doesn't care too much. But the thing is, there are already 3 queens out, which means that these Banshees are gonna do an okay job, because 2 Banshees can take out 2 queens. You need 2 queens to take down 1 Banshee. And let's see what's going to happen here. Is there enough energy for transfuse? No, there isn't. So these queens are going to have to be careful. And here we go. He's going to have to micro this Banshee back. He doesn't want to lose that Banshee. And that queen getting taken out. There's a Spore Crawler there, though. And now, let's see how many shots these Banshees do pull off on the drones at the mineral line here. Just put them on hold position. What is happening? And not being careful with those Banshees, resulting in one of them dying over there, but 2 more on the way. So let's see if there's a 2 Spore Crawlers here as well. So these Banshees shouldn't typically be able to do too much, but it did make MadFrog waste some drones and some money on these static defenses, anti-air defenses, and here we have a Spire going down. And probably gonna see Mutalisk soon after that. Mutalisk obviously a very good counter to Banshees, being much faster, and Banshees unable to attack air. So Mutalisk a great unit to have against Banshees. Now we have a Stimpack on the way for Tarson, halfway done. And let's see if Tarson is going to go for some tanks as well. Obviously getting 2 more barracks over here and 2 reactors. This is gonna mean a lot of Marines. And let's see if he's gonna supplement that army with tanks, because I don't think he's gonna end up getting too many. Probably the tech lab gonna come down over here. I don't think he's gonna get too many Banshees. I think he's already getting Vikings now. He already has 5 Banshees. I think that's more than enough. Let's see what he decides to do with his gas, and the expansion is also going down right now. Now let's see what these Banshees will be able to do. Banshees? Did I say Banshees? Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, and these queens gonna go down really fast. There we go. And another in-base hatchery trying to go down over here, but this is probably going to get taken out by MadFrog's, by Tarson's Banshees. My bad. And it seems like he's going for the hatchery right now. If this hatchery goes down, this is pretty bad. And he doesn't have any real anti-air yet, although there are 9 mutas on the way already. These Banshees have no cloak, so let's see. Is he going for drones? Yes, he is. And let's see how many drone kills he will get before these mutas clean up the Banshees. He knows he's gonna lose the Banshees, so he's gonna try get as much damage in as possible. And he took in quite a lot of drones. So given the fact he killed like 15 drones, now the harvester count is even. But before that, I suspect MadFrog was ahead with like 15 drones or so, which he just lost in that drone advantage. He just lost right there. And now these mutas are on the way, but there are so many so many Marines, my bad, backed up with Vikings here. I don't think these mutas are going to be able to do much, and the turret already being completed here. But let's see if these mutas gonna get a lot of SCV kills, but no. And sniping off 2 Vikings, that's always good. I mean, the mutas are great units to have against Vikings. Now, these Marines not being able to do too much against those mutas, just ward them away. Not many mutas dying there. Still 8 mutas on the field, so just 1 going down at the start over there. Now, let's see what MadFrog is doing. He's re-expanding over here. He's retaking his natural. He has to be careful with his mutas, though. Now, let's see what Tarson's gonna do. Obviously, when you have 2 barracks with 2 reactors on, it's easy to get supply blocked, which is what's happening right now. Now, let's see, is he putting down? There we go, a supply depot over there. Now, Tarson is moving across, but there are some banelings incoming. Almost done at the halfway mark. He needs to, and that's not really good. And let's see if he makes it out of here with the banelings. And the banelings, oh, and the banelings could take out some Marines. And here we have some more incoming, and he has to be careful sniping the medevacs with his mutas. This is good. He needs to take down. No, the medevacs still stay alive. How close is that? 3 in the red. I mean, look at this. He's just gonna do the smart thing right now. Back off, probably heal up the rest of his units and repair his medevacs. So that's really good. good gameplay from Tarson choosing to back off at that time. I have, let's see, what do I have to say about this? So 4 hatcheries. I've seen MadFrog do this a lot. I mean, a lot of games in which I see MadFrog playing, he gets these additional hatcheries in base or close to his natural or something like that for additional larva production. I do have to say it's a great strategy. I mean, it's obviously reminiscent of StarCraft 1 of Brood War, but it's great because not only do you have extra larva production, but it's easier to defend. I mean, if you purely go for hatcheries at expansions, you're gonna probably end up losing some if your enemy decides to harass those expansions, and that will also result in you losing not just income but unit production. Oh, and not being careful with these mutas, they're losing a bunch of mutas, like 5 mutas I think it was. Now, what I was saying about these hatcheries, if you group them up like this, it's much easier to defend. I mean, you have double larva production, but they're also close together. It's easy to defend, to move your army from place to place. Now, a lot of Banelings for MadFrog. These should be okay against Tarson's Marines, but like I said, Tarson has a really good way of microing his Marines around, his forces, to dodge Banelings. Now let's see if that's going to be the case. The thing is, these Banelings have the speed upgrade, and they're also on creep, so gonna see if that's gonna be, if Tarson's gonna do anything about this, gonna be able to do anything about this. We also have Siege Tech on the way and Burrow for the Zerg. And let's see what Tarson is doing. He's just scouting around to see if there's any expansions that MadFrog would try to get. I mean, this is a pretty weird place to get your expansion as Zerg, because it's like close to the Terran side of the map. So he wanted to see if MadFrog maybe wanted to sneak one in there. He will have these mutas taking down those Marines, and he has to be very careful with these Banelings right now. Maybe you should try moving some up the ramp, I'm not exactly sure. Borrowing them, now that's really great. These are basically landmines, so if you step over that with Marines, you're not going to be looking good at the end of the day. So here we go. Explosion. And let's see, so 4 hatcheries, easy morphing, anything, not much happening right now in the Zerg camp. I'm getting 2 evolution chambers and an infestation pit, while the Terran player is pumping out a lot of forces. Now, if I look at the army size, I'm gonna see a huge discrepancy right here. So it's Tarson is ahead by, like, he's double the supply, and there we have MadFrog making some units, but Tarson is really ahead in food count. I mean, MadFrog needs to do something about this. MadFrog's still behind on harvesters as well. Now, let's see, indeed, so I was looking at harvester count, and I was figuring that Tarson is about to expand somewhere else as well, so he's gonna be taking this goal down here, while MadFrog is working on these rocks with these mutas. Now the problem with MadFrog's army is that there are lots of Banelings in it, and are these all the Banelings? I'm not exactly sure. Let's take a look at the unit canning station. So 18 Banelings, I guess that's all of them. Now the thing is, these Banelings, if they don't do their job, MadFrog is basically screwed, because his mutas are horrible against Banelings, and he has to be careful right now. There we go, 3 Banelings, and nice. But what you want to do with your Banelings, sorry, it seems I'm coming down with a cold. What you want to do with your Banelings is you want to, when you borrow them, you want to borrow them a little bit apart from each other, so that when units get on top, then they die like